Is this the end of buyer agency as we know it? NAR just settled a massive lawsuit and the way agents get paid commissions is going to change. So let's dive into this video. I'm going to share with you my thoughts, how it's going to impact your business, and how you can shift to still not only survive, but thrive in 2024 and beyond. Let's dive right into it. My name is Chris with the Empire Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate, entrepreneurship, and growing your real estate empire. Before we get started, I do want to tell you about our new Agent Academy we just launched. It's basically a place where you can get training, support, monthly live coaching calls, and a place to connect with other motivated agents. If you want to check that out, click the link down in the description below. So in this video, we're going to be discussing the dynamics of being a buyer's agent and how that's going to change forever. In this video, we're going to talk about the NAR lawsuit that just got settled, how commissions are changing for buyer's agents, and how you can shift your business to be able to survive in this new environment. So it just got announced that in MLS, there's no longer going to be compensation for buyer's agents. So if you were buying leads and going from house to house, trying to get people in and just trying to make offers and not really going through the whole consultation process, that's all going to change because in MLS, there's no longer going to be compensation. So you're going to have to change the way you run your entire business to be able to work with buyers going forward. So in this video, I really want to dive into the importance of that because I started this process years and years ago when I started in real estate and I realized I didn't want to run around with buyers that weren't committed. So I have a lot of experience in doing consultations, doing presentations, and I was able to really tweak it so now I can get buyers in and have them sign without much effort. So I want to go through that process in this video so you can start doing the same thing and get ahead of this before you're in a really sticky situation where you're working with people that you might not get paid to work with. So before we get started, I want to go over the way that things were done in the past. When I got my license back in 2015, things were a lot different. You would just buy leads from Zillow. A lot of times they were really inexpensive leads and you can go from house to house, hopefully get someone to a property, build a relationship while you're out showing houses. Sometimes it would work out, sometimes it wouldn't. And that's what a lot of agents were doing because the seller was paying the buyer's commission. So all they had to really do was buy the lead, build a relationship, and then bring them to the house. So they didn't have to go through the consultation process. They didn't have to show them value. They didn't have to, sell themselves as agents and, try to get that buyer to commit to paying them compensation. That's all changing now. And sellers are no longer going to be offering that compensation, and it's going to have to be negotiated with the buyer and the seller in some cases. So I really want to go over the importance of doing a buyer consultation, learning how to do this, investing in your education, and making sure that you're equipped with the right skills to be able to survive this change. So the big question, is this the end of buyer agency as we know it? Well, yes and no. And I think the agents that learn how to do buyer consultations, there's always going to be demand for those buyers to work with an agent and find success. But the agents that don't know how to do this and they don't know how to present themselves and add value from the initial consultation, they're going to have a real hard time. It's going to be the equivalent of getting a listing client because that client is going to be paying you directly and you're going to have to really sell yourself. So if you want to learn how to do this, I just uploaded a course inside of the new Agent Academy going through the entire process I've used over the past 8 years to get clients signed on. And the reason I don't say 9 years is because when I first started, I just took clients from house to house and it didn't work out well. So I had to figure out a solution. And this is the solution that I came up with. I've tweaked it over time and it works really well to get buyers confident in you, to commit to you, and to have them represent you as a client. So first things first, what is a buyer consultation? You might be asking, what is this buyer's consultation? Essentially, all it is you having the client come to your office or meeting them, but it's better to take them to your office because you're in your own environment and it's gonna also show you as an expert because you have an office, you have a place to sit down with them and go through this process. Now, what you wanna do is you wanna sit down with them, you wanna learn all about their needs and wants, you want to advise them on the entire process. This is called a home buyer presentation. Very similar to a listing presentation. It's just catered to the buying process. you want to answer any questions they have, then you want to build rapport with the buyer wish list process. Now, this process is something that you start out with and you go through step by step. This helps you build rapport. It helps you learn what they're looking to do, what they're looking to accomplish. And ideally, if they're not pre-approved, bring a lender if they're okay with it and start them on that process as well. Again, the whole entire purpose of this is to build rapport, show a ton of value as an agent, and start them on their journey, right? Now, if you do this the right way, I'd say 80 to 90% of the people that you meet up with in person are going to sign and choose you as their agent. If you do this the wrong way, you're gonna have a real hard time. And a lot of times people won't even come into the office, they won't even show up. And if they do show up, they're not gonna sign with you. So I had to learn this lesson the hard way. Now, there are some additional benefits to doing consultations, even if this lawsuit didn't happen, and even if the commission structure did not change. The first thing that I've noticed is you're gonna get people that are committed and you're gonna waste a lot less time running from house to house as a real estate agent. That was one of the things that frustrated me so much, and I said, hey, my time is more valuable than this. I need to change the way I do things. And that's why I started this process years and years ago before this lawsuit was even in the talks, because I knew it was important to get buyers on the same page and get them committed, because I was not going to invest my time showing someone houses for 6 months that just bought with somebody else. I'm not interested. I have better things to do with my time. So that's why I came up with this in the first place, and that's why I'm so ahead of the situation, because I had to go through that because I just wasn't going to waste my time. So this is going to be good for you if you feel like you waste a lot of time with clients showing them houses and then they buy with somebody else because you never went through this process and signed a buyer agency agreement. So this can be a really good thing. The next thing is you're going to have more educated buyers. If you spend that hour to hour and a half going through the entire process and what they can expect at a high level overview, you're going to have clients that are educated and much easier to work with once you get to those stages of the process, since they already know what to expect. Another benefit is you're going to get to set clear expectations, so you can tell them exactly what times you work, exactly what times you're probably not going to answer the phone. If it's past 9 o'clock at night, you're not going to answer the phone unless it's an emergency. Things like that. You can really set the expectation. You can figure out how you're both going to work together, and it's very much an interview process to see if this client's going to be a good fit for you, just as much if you're going to be a good fit for them. Another layer you can add to this buyer consultation is to add real life case studies. So if you have past clients that have worked with you as a buyer agent, you can share their success stories, you can share the reviews, and you can share real life examples of how you've helped a client win and get a better deal. Because again, the whole point of this is you want to show that you're valuable and that you're worth the commission that you're charging. As this continues to go forward and we see how this plays out in the real estate industry, we're going to be able to tell what steps you need to take. This is all brand new, but I would definitely get in the mindset of learning, adapting, and growing through this, because it doesn't have to be a bad thing. There are a lot of things that have turned out to be positive that seemed negative at first, and I feel like this is going to weed out a lot of the hobby agents that just got into this to make a commission here and there. They're no longer going to be able to do that as easily. So if you're a serious real estate agent, if you take this career seriously, if you're full-time and you're looking to grow and really expand your knowledge, then this can be a very positive thing for you and your business. It doesn't have to be negative. So I hope this video inspired you a little bit. If you want to check out that class, check out our new Agent Academy in the description down below. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for watching the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate and entrepreneurship. So if you like that kind of content and you haven't subscribed yet, smash the like button and subscribe. And before we go, there isn't a video over here that we think you'll like, so be sure to check that out as well. Thanks so much for tuning in, and you have a great day.